part is looking back to Tuesday's game. Really, it was a good platform for the team to go and build on now, that clean sheet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been long overdue, the clean sheet. You know, it's something that's been rankling us all, that we haven't managed to keep that clean sheet. You know, you look at the goals we've conceded, a lot of them have been individual errors, especially as I've been head coach, which you can't really coach, to be honest with you. An individual error is something that's a player has took upon himself. It's not something you've worked on the training pitch. So very frustrating. But like we said, long overdue clean sheet. It's a monkey off the back, and we're very pleased to have got it.
And it is now that platform to go and build into a game against a team who are towards the top of the league, but you know they haven't scored many goals at home in the last couple of games, have they?
Well, no, not in the last two. They're off the back of 2 defeats at home, but you know, they're second in the table for a reason. They were league leaders last week. They're a very good team, very well coached. Not a lot of holes to be picked in that team, but you know, we've got to go there with the right attitude, and the right attitude is we want to take all 3 points. So that's what we'll be working towards, and looking forward to the fixture.
And what's the response been like from the players? You know, looking to build on Tuesday's game in training the last couple of days.
The players have been fantastic in training. You know, their attitude since I've been at the club as a head coach has been nothing short of sensational. Everything I've asked of them, they've done. You know, the results haven't been there, but in terms of application for the training and also the preparation for matches, they've been first class. So, no, really pleased with them.
And you mentioned Cambridge being up there. They're up there for a reason, but what are you expecting from them and from this game?
Well, I'm expecting obviously a very, very tough game, and you know, we need to try and get streetwise really quickly. You look at our team there, we've got Alfie Bates, who's made 28 EFL starts, Mollick 12 EFL starts, Melbourne 12 EFL starts, Vincent 8, Wright 4, Reed 3, Ossie Yor 2, Jack Nolan 2, Sam Perry 1. We're very wet behind the ears in terms of our squad. I think Bradford had 1,300 almost EFL starts in their team. So it's getting the balance right of getting them boys out there and trying to improve them and develop them, because they're the future of the football club. These young lads, your Alfie Bateses, your Sam Perrys, they are the future, and we've got to expose them, but we've also got to keep the balance, which is getting the experience out there and looking after them young boys whilst bringing them through, and that's what we're trying to do. But it's a difficult task, but one that I'm sure we can achieve.
We talked about it on Tuesday night after the Exeter game. Stuart Sinclair coming in, proving his experience in there, but after taking him off, Alfie was the most experienced midfielder on there, but you know, he does show his worth. You know, 50 appearances to his name, albeit the 28 starts, but he's showing his worth in the middle, isn't he?
Alfie, yeah, for sure. He's been first class. You know, he's maturing. Every game is a learning curve for him, and you know, you're not going to see the best Alfie Bates until another 2-3 seasons, because that's just the way the football world works. You know, you look at Stuart Sinclair. He's come in that team against Exeter, and he's just landing on second balls, putting himself in the right position, and that's experience and that's nous, and you only get that from experience, from being out there and playing hundreds of games at EFL level. Whereas our young lads, Alfie Bates, Sam Perrys, Frank Vincent's, you know, it's a total different game for them compared to the training ground environment where everything's on the floor and nice and predictable, to going into the blood and thunder of the EFL where the ball's in the air for long periods of time, and you've got to figure out where you need to position yourself to become an effective centre midfielder to land on them second balls and get them regains. Kinsella's got it in abundance, and Stuart Sinclair's got it in abundance, but our lads are still developing and they're still learning, so it's going to take a little bit of time.
And it must have been a positive for you to have Stu come in and make the impact that he did on Tuesday night, because there may have been a lack of experience almost in the squad with a couple of the injuries that we've been through.
Yeah, look, for me, the lads have been first class. Every fixture I've took this as a head coach, they have been first class, apart from the Bradford one. I felt in the Bradford fixture, the mentality was very, very weak. It was a case of the hottest team in the league at the moment have come into town and we've rolled over and we've had our bellies tickled by them, which I don't accept. We're raising standards, and people can either come with us on this journey or they can fall by the wayside. It was flat, there was no positive body language, it was very, very dull. We weren't getting hold of it in the final third, the defending was poor, we were just passive all over the pitch until the final 20 minutes. But you bring Cinco in the other night against Exeter, and Cinco's obviously had issues physically, but what he does give you is a load of experience, positive body language, he's cajoling the rest of the players, and he's creating an atmosphere in and around it that you need. You need these positive guys who are going to cajole the rest of the squad and get the best out of them, and we had that in abundance against Exeter. It was a real dogged fighting spirit of performance.
And speaking of positivity, one positive that we could see this weekend is a potential return of Liam Kinsella to the matchday 18 following the end of his suspension. That, like I say, will be a positive, won't it, if he makes a return to the 18?
Of course, yeah. Kins is very experienced for a young lad, and he's very effective as a League Two footballer. So we welcome him back into the squad, and no doubt we've missed him in the previous 3 games.